Alright, welcome back to the channel. I know it's been quiet for a while. I have unfortunately been occupied with other stuff, but the thought here is to get back to the streaming schedule, to release at least one video per week. We might release more videos now when we restart the channel. It kind of depends on how much time editing and such will take. So in about a week from this recording, a little bit less than a week from this recording, I'm going to play in the Swedish Nationals. It's a tournament that's run once per year. It's the largest legacy tournament in Sweden, where we're estimated to be around 120 to 130 players. And last year I managed to top 8 the event and end up at a third place with GWx Depth. So hopefully we can repeat that this year. Right now I've been trying out other decks than Depths because I thought that because the deck hasn't been that well positioned, I haven't been able to make results with it for a while. But I am going to revert back to Depths because I haven't had that much time to check out the other strategies, not put down as much time in the gameplay as I had wished that I could. And right now I'm fumbling a little bit on which list to play. So I have 4 shortlist candidates right now. 2 versions of green-white depths that are quite different from each other. And then we are looking at Naya depths and GWx depths as well. So my goal is to test each of those decks out to get a feel which one feels strongest positioned and which will be my choice going into the tournament. First off, we're looking at green-white exploration depths. It's like a mixture between lands and depths, where we take the exploration and land from the loam package from lands, and we jam that into the depths package, where we limit a little bit on the creatures that we're running. So we're going down a little bit on the creatures. You'll see the Reclaimers and the Knight of the Reliquaries and Simon Safekeeper, which I think are cards that are uncuttable in the Depths package, but not that many utility creatures, so not that many endurances and other cards that you would play. So we are going to take this for a spin to kind of get a feel if the added speed that we'll get from exploration will help us in the fast matchups, and if we, with the help of the loam package, and we'll be able to grind when we need to grind, the grind that I otherwise think comes from kind of our feature package. So we'll see where we end up with this. I like how the list looks in theory. Let's see if we can convert that and look at it in how it is in practice. I'm looking especially to test against the format's top dogs, which is UB Reanimator, Eldrazi, and then some of the other tempo shells like blue, black, tempo, and GWx Depth. But we'll see where we end up. So I'll be back for round 1. All right, we won the die roll. That's always a good place to start. So look at our hand here. We have the exploration start that we were looking for and some nice things to turbo out. So we'll try this one out. Getting the exploration in the first game is quite sweet. Fortunately, we won't be able to power out a Reclaimer with the hand. Instead, we'll need to keep Swords to Plowshares up. All right, so let's start with exploration. See if that resolves, and then after that we'll play a Caracas. Looks good. Unfortunately, we didn't have a second green source there for the exploration, but I still like our start here. We can have a plow up. It's a creature-based strategy. Basic mountain, red Stompy, something like that. Stage is a good draw, but it's not great. We'll play the Reclaimer. That'll give us some agency against Blood Moon. This could of course be Painter as well. It gave us some agency against Blood Moon, as it will allow us to get our basics later on. We still have Plow open for Prismatic Vista. This might be some kind of control list. Back to basics. Yeah, that's unfortunately nothing I can do about it. Alright, this is actually a good draw. So now we're gonna go for our basic forest, and then we're going to play the library here. We'll go for Lone come next turn. We're not under that big of a pressure as of right now. We'll see. Oh, it was an ancient tomb. Is it the initiative or there's the blood moon? Yeah, sure. Oh, it's one of these things. Let's see. 4 cards in hand. I don't want to play against that card. Oh yeah, of course. We can't plow it now. Yeah. Always yield. Let's see what we can use that ability for. But GWx Depth, and then we'll take 4 life to keep the land in hand. Play the stage, and now we want to go for... I guess we go for a Reclaimer here, mostly because we want to be able to start getting our basics. So we'll do that, and we'll send the turn. Good that I get to face this deck. I haven't played against it yet, so it'll be good to see how it goes out. So we have one more of the cats, and then these broadside bombardiers. That's not what we want to see now. Yeah. Looking grim. All right, let's see if library can help us out. It could not. I think that we might be dead. Yeah, it's looking bad for us. We needed to have white up for removal here. Oh, double bombardiers. Now we're dead for real. So angry. Please throw the blood moon. Please throw the blood moon so I can plow my merit. Fortunately, I have a Caracas in play, but it'd still be good. That's not the blood moon. Throw the blood moon. Throw the blood moon. Nah, that's not the blood moon either. All right. Yeah, that was a sad game. Let's go for Tabernacle. We're going to need some Force of Vigors as well. The Liberator comes in. Path to Exile comes in. I don't know how much they have in the ways of creatures that trigger when they enter. I'm not sure about the Thrall. Let's go down a Mox Diamond. I don't think that the Bog will be useful here for us. I'll trim a Crop Rotation, although they're actually good against the moon effects. Yeah, we'll keep it in. I think that we can cut the explorations. I think that we'll be cutting the explorations quite often. Go away with the Sylvan Library. We need a couple of more cuts. 3 more cuts. We'll cut a knight. It's a little bit slow, although it's when we're on the play that we want them. All right, we'll keep the knight in. I'll cut a Crop Rotation. When unsure on what to cut, trim a little bit on the edges. I'll trim a life from the low. Not the grindy game where we want that that much. We have kind of our removal in. Oh, accidentally put in GWx. We don't need GWx, so we'll go at it like this. I want to play first. So no green mana. We can path the first. Yeah, no, we need to mulligan this. Here we have a green mana. We'll try to keep this one. We'll see if we can manage to squeeze something out here. So we're going to go Green Sun Sandit for Dryad Arbor. And then we'll use Crop Rotation. If we get another turn to crop away the Dryad Arbor for a white source and then plow them. They're down to 6, so I'm not really sure that this plan is going to work out as we want it to, but we'll see. That's a knight at least. Something to do when we get some more mana. Maybe should have attacked with the Dryad Arbor there. I don't know. Is it Blood Moon? Fable. I guess Fable's okay. Do we plow the token? I guess we do. I don't like plowing the token because we're already down a couple of cards, but I don't like giving them a lot of mana either. That's the Mox Diamond. Hopefully we can build up and get enough mana to hardcast a Force of Vigor. They add something more to the board as well. 2 mana away. They discarded 2 Macabres. Yeah, they have a lot of cards in hand. They play the initiative as well, and we're looking really bad for us. Sacrifice a creature, sure. When enters, create when one or more cats control an exile. Guess we'll plow it with the trigger on the stack. A little bit unsure if I can respond to when it tries to flip, so we'll do it in this way. That means that we're getting hit by a 2-1 unnecessarily, but me not knowing how the rules of Magic the Gathering work here is moving a little bit in the bad part. So let's see. We'll play Sage You as a land, and then we'll play Knight as a creature. There's an argument for playing Mox Diamond there. The benefit with playing Mox Diamond is that the Knight will come down as a 5/5. But if they carry any kind of bounce or artifact removal, I'll be a little bit sad. Now we need to draw some kind of removal for next turn before the reflection is live. So a land is the best draw on the deck right now. Any land. We can discard to the max diamond, and then we also have a green card here. So let's see. 2 cards in hand. Is there a situation where we can go? Because so we can go for the Liberator, but that's the same thing as pitching the Senate to the Force of Vigor. Or we just pitch the Senate to the Force of Vigor, but then we have nothing going on in our hand. We could also go for the Reclaimer. We can go for the Reclaimer. They get a turn with Kiki Jiki for something a little bit more spicy than a cat token. I think we need to just take our medicine. They're going to get to copy their Cat Warrior token, do some sacrificing and stuff like that, so we're going to take a little bit. But I still think that we're gonna be safe before sorry here. So we'll remove the Kikijiki and the Blood Moon. We're gonna copy the Cat Warrior. That's okay. And then the Cat Warrior is gonna be good for 3 damage, 2 from its damage itself, and then 1 when they sack it as well. And then it's about who draws the best out of here. Crop rotation is good, I guess. Let's see what we have in our package here. We have, we don't have any value. If they go for a Blood Moon, we can go and get Dark Depths and then try to remove Blood Moon, I guess. Fable is good. We can go for Caracas. It's not a good plan against Fable, but it's a plan at least. Otherwise, I don't think that we have that much to do with the crop rotation right now. Yeah, we have the Tabernacle. I took in the Tabernacle. Oh, that's Ramanap. That's better. So let's go Ramanap, Excavator. We'll play the Heath. Go and get a Savannah. And now the question is, do we go for the Wasteland and start wasting them? So they're going to generate mana with the treasures anyway. If we get Tabernacle, they at least need to pay for the stuff. Yeah, I guess we'll get Tabernacle and see if we can buy ourselves a little time. So we'll get Tabernacle. We'll see if they pay for their stuff. I guess they do. All right, let's see what they discard. Give us a little picture of how they're sculpting the game. Blood Moon, Goblin Bombardment. Yeah, that's redundant. No, we can't really block here because then they'll just sacrifice us. All right, yeah, they killed it anyway. That's that. All right. Yeah, but that's that, I guess. Maybe Tabernacle wasn't the right place to go there because it's more about not losing than winning. We need something to kind of get us out of here. Yeah, if we had that in hand, could have done a merit, although the merit wouldn't be enough next turn anyway. Yeah, I think there were most definitely lines there where we probably could go and do some stuff where we wouldn't lose, but Goblin Bombardment is rough. Yeah, unfortunately, we can see this game and we'll move on to the next. All right, round 2. We're going to be on the draw here. This is a keep. We have a turn 1 library into hopefully a turn 2 excavator. We'll start getting some of our lands back. We can also send it for a Reclaimer on turn 1. We have a couple of, oh, that's the Eldrazi. Slower Eldrazi. Let's see. They're probably going to go Thought Not Seer turn 2 and strip our hand. That makes me want to send it for Reclaimer now. I think send it for Reclaimer here is the way to go. We'll do it off a basic forest so we don't get wastelanded if they go for the Myco spawn. We'll do that. We'll go for an Elvish Reclaimer. Make it a little bit harder for them to disrupt what we're doing. Thought Not Seer, I guess. Taking the Excavator or the Library. That's not that bad. It's not going to be our plan anyway. Or it's Kozilek's Command. Yeah, that's also okay, I guess. So here we go for... Either we go for library. They have 5 cards in hand now. We're gonna go for reclaimer once more. Get on the board and play the Heath so we can grow the reclaimer. Yeah, Eldrazi is gonna be problematic. There are some board cards that people have been starting playing for the Eldrazi matchup. We have Dampening Sphere on our board, for example, but there are some other cards that are looking promising that I'm gonna try out in some of the other leagues. Flesh Raker, that's not fun. Chalice on 1. All right, yeah. Flesh Raker, Chalice for 1. This is looking grim. If they have second Flesh Raker now, it's really sad. 4 man in the pool. Thought Not Seer, yeah, sure. That's... I don't think that the library or the excavator was gonna get us anywhere this game. We still have a route to the combo here, so we'll just hope that we can rip into another land, because them taking the library or the excavator here, that's fine. Those weren't going to be the game-breaking plays anyway. We took the excavator. What we want to avoid here is them having second GWx command. That's almost good. Let's see, what can we do? In our end step we can go and get depths, and then when we untap we can make merit. I think that unprotected Merit Lage here is going to be our best bet, so that's what we're going to go for. And we need to avoid Sowing Mica Spawn for Wasteland or a second GWx command, and then that should be okay. Yeah, that's also bad. So what, or let's see. No, they can't kick it, right? They're just going for the damage. I mean, it's still a lot of damage, so we're not out of the woods yet, but they have 1 card in hand. So we'll go for Dark Depths. And then hope that the last card isn't a GWx command. Right, we'll play around Wasteland here. Keep the one out without the counters on it. And then we're going to keep some blockers back. There are draws here that will lose us the game. There are also sequences that they can start up that'll lose us the game. But I think that we play this in the way that we want to. Them not having colored mana has also helped a little bit. Yep, that's good. So what we could do there, I mean, there is a situation where we try to either wait to make them build Merit Lage, or if we can also have a situation where we play a slower game. But I just think that in that situation we just need to jam it and hope for the best. So here what we want to do is we want to go for all our removal. We're going to be weak against Chalice. I've been trying Doorkeeper Thrall as a way to turn off part of the Flesh Raker combo, because that's all that it does. I haven't been that impressed with it, so we're going to keep that in the board. This is also a little bit heavy on the artifact removal. Usually they'll have Chalice in, and they'll have a Disruption Flute, and sometimes they'll have something more than that, but that's usually what they have. And in those situations this feels a little bit heavy, but that's also important permanence to kind of get rid of it. But we'll keep 1 Force of Vigor in the board. We'll take out Library. I think we're a little bit too slow for that. We'll take out 1 life from the loam here as well. The step doesn't do that much in this game. The bog we can get rid of. Get rid of 1 Mox Diamond, trim a little bit as we've been doing before. Fortunately, I think that the expirations go. Maybe we'll reconsider those when we're on the play. If we are on the play, we'll take out 1 Yavimaya. It usually helps them more than it helps us. And then we have 1 more cut. Here I'm going to keep the crop rotations because they tend to go after our mana really aggressively. Legolas and Sylvan Safekeeper are important cards because we're a little bit lower on protection when we don't have the step available. Maybe here I do like knights though, because they're large and plentiful. I couldn't really decide before the time ran out, so we'll run for 62 cards. Hard to find the last cut there. Our opponent is up on 61 cards after board, so maybe we're thinking of it a little bit on the same side. All right, this is a mulligan, just 1 mana source. It's not colored. Oh, this isn't good. let's see, what does it do? It allows us to die to Chalice. No, we need to mulligan this. This isn't good, but we'll keep it. Bottom the deeps, and we'll bottom the stage. Hope that either you have a slow hand that where Wasteland is relevant, or that we can go for GWx. Alright, they revealed Devourer. So we'll see what they exile. Null Drifter, Chalice of the Void, and Ancient Tomb. We'll start with Eye of Ugin. I was gonna say I'm gonna play Wasteland and waste them off the Ugin, but I clicked on the Flagstones, which was not that good. A little bit rusty with the Magic Online here, unfortunately, and it will probably cost us a lot. But we'll have to adapt a little bit to the mistake here. At least we get to go turn 2 GWx. And then turn 3 we'll either go Knight or we'll go Sanet crop rotation. We'll see, they'll waste the Savannah. That's okay. No, it's not okay. That's our only green source. It's not remotely okay. This game brought to you by not playing the lands in the order that we want to play the lands. Here we have a Mox Diamond, discarding a Wasteland, and we'll see the Myco Spawn here, right? Yep, that's the Myco Spawn. Couldn't they kick it here? I mean, if they kick it here, won't they be able to or did I miscalc the mana? Oh, they're playing Destiny instead. Tabernacle, maybe? It won't be the winniest of the cards, but it would have at least gotten us a little way here. Yeah, let's go to the next game. Alright, do we want explorations? We're on the play. Explorations, 26 lands. We actually want to go down on cards. Yeah, no, I don't think so. Have they taken out Chalice when they're on the... Well, if we... We'll say that they've taken out Chalices when they're on the draw, and then we'll take in an exploration, and I'll get rid of a Legolas, and we'll spike the exploration on our turn 1. We'll be able to win in that way. We did not, but this is a fast combo, so we'll keep it. Or it's a fast Tabernacle as well. We might be able to have a protected combo. There's a lot of things that we can have here. Cavern of Souls. Mox Diamond. And they kept the Chalice, or? They kept the Chalice. That's too bad. Force of Vigor would have been nice here. Alright, let's do the cropping. Well, the cropping is still good. So here we can either go for a Wasteland with them having a Mox on play, or we can go for Tabernacle. No, we'll go for Wasteland. Alright, we drew the Plow. Here we can play the Thespian stage, and we're actually going to keep the Wasteland for a while because we're going to need all the mana we can get if we want to go for the combo. I have Ugin. Another Plow, that's a card. We'll grab Flagstones, and then next turn we'll, or in the end step, we'll copy Flagstones with Thespian stage. And go and get Savannah, so we have the opportunity to play Knight if they play anything that feels hard for us. They're doing something in the end step for 2 mana. Once Upon a Time, but that's, yeah, so Once Upon a Time, no. One more Cavern of Souls. Alright, let's copy Flagstones. They're doing something in response. They're making some spawns and scrying. This feels like they might have multiple Kozilek's commands in hand, because otherwise this feels like they're a little bit spewing off. We'll keep the one that's a Thespian stage, and then we'll go for Savannah. So here's also so now it's time for us to decide. Do we think that they have a second Kozilek's command in hand? In that case, I guess that we play the Knight anyway, because... So, if we play the Knight... Yeah, that's the play, right? So we Wasteland, and then we play the Knight. Do we Wasteland the Eye of Ugin? So, is there any way to prevent them from kicking a Myco Spawn next turn? No, they're going to be able to kick it anyway, because they have 6 mana. Doesn't matter if they have the Spawn token or not. But I still think that we destroy the Eye of Ugin. And then we play the knight. And then they have to choose if they want to destroy all our lands or if they want to GWx command our knight. They had another Ayavugan, of course. And I mean, that's the risk with going for the Ayavugan. I still think it's the best upside. All right, that one we knew about at least. All right, so now it's merit time, I guess. That does nothing here. So 1 merit Lage against 3 cards. GWx command gets us here. And I do think that they have a GWx command. I think that otherwise they wouldn't have played the first one that aggressive. But we have 3 1-drops in hand, so we don't have that much we can do here. Or they have the bounce guy. I guess the bounce guy is a reason for doing this in the end step, but then Wasteland gets us. So they play 4 Wastelands, they play 3 Battle Mages. Yeah, this game is over. I guess we keep the Wasteland up for... Maybe they had both the Wasteland and the Battle Mage, because now they're playing the Wasteland this turn, so in that way, in that perspective, there wasn't the right thing that we could do there. Yeah, maybe we should have kept the Force of Vigors in and just thought that, yeah, they're not cutting their chalices because it's such a good card against us. Because the reason we're losing here is chalice, nothing else. Yeah, that's too bad. Rough start to the league. All right, let's rally back now. Let's start. Yeah, we keep these hands around here. I'm gonna play the Reclaimer off of Beseiju because I want to have access to white mana. Foothills. Is it the Cradle Control deck? Is it the Mirror? Is it Nadu? There's so many options. It's probably a Wasteland deck, and we could start... Yeah, it's probably a Wasteland deck. We'll go for Basic Forest. And then we're gonna use Reclaimer to go and get Flagstones. And then we can surprise them with merit of a crop rotation later on as well. Abrupt Decay, White of the Reliquary. Nice. Soon the merit plan is gonna be harder for us, but we have some shenanigans we can do. Like the quickest of the reflexes. Okay, let's see. If we're 1 short now, right? If we play Thespian Stage, we need to use 1 mana to go and get Dark Depths. So that's not possible. In that case, we play Talon Gate with the intent to go for both. Just see. Yeah, we play Talon Gate with the intent to go for both Reclaimer and have quick reflexes up. We need to protect it in some way. And then we have the possibility to go for Reclaimer, or have the possibility to go for the combo turn after, if we can find any way to play around Wasteland. But we could copy Talon Gates and get rid of the white at least, so we don't have to face Wasteland. What are we looking for here? Green Sun X is 1. Is that the Sylvan Safekeeper? Yep. So they have the combo as well. We'll block. The crop rotation here, I think, will be able to prevent them from doing the combo. We kind of force them to try to do the combo now. So here we get a Wasteland, and that Wasteland will try to force the action on the combo. Or we go for Flagstones. No, we'll go for Flagstones. Build out our mana. We're forcing the action anyway because of the white attacking, which means that if they want to go for the combo, they need to do it now. And then we'll crop rotes. Crop rot. No, they're doing that. All right. That's my 2, I guess. So the question is here, do we save our Reclaimer? We do, because then we can Legolas the Hex Mage. So we'll do that. We'll save it with the Sagiri Step. Alright, so we'll get Savannah down, and then we are going to look for Sagiri Step. We'll give our guy Pro Black, maybe. Play around the other thing. This isn't a permanent answer, but we can go, so let's see. Do we want a Safekeeper on our own, of our own? We can go and get a Safekeeper of our own. So we'll start with the stage at least, and then we can both make the Lage and get Safekeeper. We can both make Lage and get Safekeeper, but now we kind of took away our instant speed Wasteland, so I guess that we need to do something at least. They're not going to be able to do that instant speed, and we can start playing around with Caracas. So what if we just drop 2 knights? We attack with the Reclaimer, and then we'll just drop 2 knights and try to kind of overpower them. We'll see if the knights or the whites are the best. Grist here is bad for us. Up, not that good because it gives them kind of unlimited fodder. Nice to have a bog up for that. No, they have bog up. Yeah, I'm not gonna block the bog. All right. So here we want to Legolas. Here we want to do the combo. So the first thing that we're going to go and do is go and get a Safekeeper for ourselves. This allows us to do combat shenanigans. It allows us to protect our combo. And then we'll see if we can force them to do something. If they activate here, we activate in response and go and do combo. I think that our reflexes is better than theirs, so they're playing it safe. The thing is that we can start wasting soon. Let's see what they do here. Green Sun X is 3. Do they play Nadu as well? That would be really sick. We'll see. Or Grist, probably. Yeah, that's Grist. Alright, so now stuff is going to start happening. We'll let them sacrifice something, then we'll see what they target. Kind of start forcing some action here. So they are targeting our Safekeeper. We'll sacrifice a land. And then the question here is, they haven't made a land drop yet, but we'll get there. Okay, there's the bog. So they had it in hand. That means that they're not playing stuff from the yard, so we're going to end up bogging them. I'm going to force them to commit a little bit. Alright, so what we want to end up with here is us attacking their white, when we still have the possibility to do the combo, and they can make it larger by sacrificing their Hex Mage. So whatever we attack them with needs to be larger than that. We'll start with sacrificing a Dryad Arbor, and we'll bog them. And we'll untap the knight with Legolas, sacrifice the forest, attack their white here, forcing them to do something with the white. I mean, they can just sacrifice a land and give it Shroud, of course. So they're doing endurance play here. In that case, we will sacrifice the bog. And we're going to go and get a Yavimaya here. So now we're up to 3 again. So they need to sacrifice the Hex Mage here. Let's see what the play here is. Do they have another Dryad Arbor? Or do they get the phasing land? Or do they go for the combo? They go for the possibility of the combo. So now, unfortunately, we need to sacrifice, because we need to be able to keep Wasteland up now. So we need to sacrifice a land to move our power and toughness up on the knight. All right, we got to get rid of that one. That's good. And then we'll get... Do we get a Wasteland to force the action eventually here as well? Yeah, we'll get a Wasteland. Crop rotation is strong here. I also like just keeping double Wasteland up here and then going for merit at the end of the next turn. We could also attack the Grist with one of the knights. Just get rid of that game piece. Okay, that won't do it for them. So now we go tap for green mana, sacrifice, go for Darkest of the Depths, copy the Darkest of the Depths, keep this one here, and then we should be good. And that should be sideboard. Grindy but fun. Alright, Endurance, you get in here. Key Knight Curator, you get in here. Path to Exile, you get in here. Outside of that, I don't have that much that I want to have in. This is going to be grindy, so we'll keep the grindy elements in. I'm actually going to go down. No, I'm not. So I like the explorations when we're on the play here. We'll take them out when we're on the draw. Although they do allow us to get ahead if we get Loam running. This is one of these games where it's nice to get loam running. We also have a lot of cuts that we need to make. I think the explorations go here. We'll get rid of a max diamond. I'm actually gonna cut a depths as well. I don't think that we're gonna be needing 2 here. 2 more cuts, this is hard. Maybe we don't bring in Keen-Eyed Curator and we just keep Bog in for the blowouts. No, this is the game you're in here for, so we'll be here. Trim a crop rotation, trim a top rotation, and trim a Yavimaya because they have Bird Bog and maybe Yavimaya of their own as well. Maybe we can get them to play that for us. And we need to pick up the pace of play a little bit as well. This is unfortunately a mulligan. We'll keep this bottom stage. That's going to be a target for our plow. To make ourselves wasteland proof, we'll do it off of plains. Fortunately, we want to plow the white as well. We want to plow everything, but we'll plow what we're given here. Next turn we can go sand it for 1. Or we can build up to a loam later on. Yeah, we can go salmon it for 1 and get the safekeeper. We'll just play the reclaimer and we'll see if we can start wastelanding them the next turn. Kind of depends if they get on the board or not. Wastelanding and keeping reclaimer up is also an option. The excavator. If it's excavator, I like wastelanding, and no, it's the white. I still like wastelanding in this position. Wastelanding the Dryad Arbor and keeping the bog open. Loaming next turn. But they'll have a bog. Oh, they have the snuff out there. Yeah, that's good, I guess. What does that allow us to do? It allows us to... I think that we want to wasteland here anyway, because giving them less game pieces to play with is beneficial for us. And then I think that the play here is to loan back the lands before they get... they had endurance. Yeah, well, now they're down at 0 cards at least. That's always something. So they're 0 cards against our non-0 cards. But we dredge loam here. Hex Mage. Oh, that's a fast combo. So now we have the combo up here. Do we have anything that we can do against the combo? I'm just going to start with dredging. And we're going to loan back Yavimaya here. Play diamond. Discard Yavimaya, and then we need to bluff that we have something open. Still, they have safekeeper out, so the bluff isn't that good. But we might be able to get them somehow. Try on even more good stuff. Yeah, Fiend Artisan. Now it's looking really nice for them. Now we're not going to dredge loam. We'll play knight, play a land, and pass the turn. Do they go for it? They should go for it. The only thing that kind of punishes them here is if I have a crop rotation. I do not. So we'll go to sideboarding. All right. Now I'm a little bit more interested in exploration. I'm not sure that I'm going to keep it. We'll see. Maybe. I think I want crop rotation in the deck. Can I play with... No, it's bad. I don't really know what I want to cut here. All the cards are good. I need the removal. I need the crop rotations, the reclaimers, the Legolas, safekeeper, loams. Yeah, we'll just keep it in as it is. For 62 cards. Hard to find that last cut. This does not do enough. We'll mulligan it. Here we have a better hand. We'll keep this. We'll bottom 1 crop rotation. And then we'll start with the reclaimer. We get to operate on basics here is kind of sweet. Unfortunately, we're up against 7 cards. So removal here. Good. The ignoble is okay. I guess we play the raccoon here. See if we can start controlling the graveyard a little bit. Maybe I should have kept... I saw hard not to play the reclaimer on turn 1, but otherwise one idea that would be to play reclaimer when I can protect it with crop rotation, but then we need to kind of curve out as well. Tabernacle, where are you? Safekeeper is good. We'll send the raccoon sideways, and then not to get blown out by some kind of thing there, we'll get up the planes down. I don't think bringing the tabernacle in is the right play here. Did I bring it in? No, I didn't. Maybe it's right. I mean, here it would have been okay. We'll eat a snuff out from the grave. We'll attack with the curator. What's this? That's endurance. Let's see. As long as there are 4 more types, it gets +1. Can I get 4 more types? I should have played the Max Diamond before combat here. Let's see if they target our grave. They do. We'll eat that. We'll eat that. Now, do we save it? Because we don't have the Ursa Saga. If we had an Ursa Saga here, we could get another type in the graveyard. So do we save it? I guess we do. I don't like it, but I think it needs to be done. Just double checking so I don't have any other way to get something in here. Nope, I do not. We'll get the step. Maybe I should have played Strep pre-combat there, but I wanted to see if they blocked. It's not looking good right now. I can go for Age. That's a lot of damage. Where's my tabernacle? Where's my tabernacle? Why didn't I bring in my tabernacle? Bog. Alright, we'll cast this here. And then we'll eat it directly. See if that warrants any kind of action. And then we'll attack with 7/7 trample. If they place a GWx Step, we're dead. If they play Talon Gates, we'll survive. Well, 1 turn. This is probably one of these games where I also could go back and see if there was any way we could have played different. We did miss 3 damage with the step there. So they're trying to get us to not be able to give our Endurance Shroud here with their second Talon Gates. We'll try to see that that's not happening. Do we want to put their lands back in their deck? I'm not that sure that we want to do that. Well, yeah, we can do that. So we'll block the Lage. We're still not out of it. They have a lot of power and toughness to block. And that's not the card that we were looking for, but we'll see how they play out this. Maybe they do something and then they don't attack or something like that. Who knows? If we had Path there, we would have made it as well, but we did not. We'll see for the next one. This has been a really rough return to Magic Online. Really rough. But yep, that's the way it is sometimes. All right, is it time for the Reanimator? Or is it some Storm variant maybe? It's some kind of frog thing. I don't like turn 1 frog. That's not fun. We can phase the frog out at least. What's worse than a turn 2 frog? A turn 1 frog. Yeah, I'm not gonna block. You take your card back. You take that Petal Mana back and enjoy it. Like the card, kept it on top, sure, why not? Flagstones, that's a good draw at least. Right, what do we have in our toolbox? Nothing for the frog. Nothing for the frog, but we can start building out our mana this turn and then going for the combo the next turn. And there are 5 cards. If we block here, we can get all the cards. We can force them to discard 4 cards, but it'll still hinder us a little bit because we still want the Reclaimer as a piece. Sure, you go for Brainstorm. So the play here is to sacrifice the Flagstones, go and get another Flagstones, then crop rotate that Flagstones away, build out our mana even more. And then the turn after that, we'll see what we do. Maybe we play a Knight. Maybe we sand it for a Safekeeper. We'll see. We'll start with the Flagstones. We'll get a Savannah. We don't really care about the Wasteland here. Then we'll get another Flagstones. Can actually play around days here by not going for the second search. Yeah, let's play around days. That's a good card. Eventually. What do we do here? Sand it for mana maybe? Sand it for mana only allows us to keep crop rotation up. We could also play Knight with the intention of going for some more stuff later on. So if we play Knight now, keep Legolas open to protect Knight. We need to keep bog open. We played so far not having bog open. Yeah, I think we need to send it for Dried Arbor. Get some more lands into play. And then we have both crop rotation and Legolas up here. Eventually we need to stop limiting the frog's ability to get cards as well. Maybe this is... Oh, we're getting flying until end of turn, sure. So let's see if we block here. How much damage would we do? We would do 3, 6. So they need to discard 4 cards. They need to discard 4 cards. No, we don't do... Yeah, we do 6. So they need to discard 4 cards. That'll leave them 2 cards left. And we'd have... Then we wouldn't have crop rotation up. Which means that they could go for some kind of... Yeah, no, we need to let this one go. We can't have crop rotation up in that case if we go for Legolas. So now we'll go for Flagstones. Now it's time for Thespian stage. And here we will go for a Protected Dark Depths. We're dead to double Brazen Borrowers, but I think that they just play one. So let's see. They reanimate Archon here. We'll just sacrifice the Reclaimer. They go for a Traxa, that's one thing. They go for Worldgorger Dragon and just exile all other permanents you control. This is some kind of combo, right? Alright, I'm not really sure how this works. How do they win here? I don't know. Let's see. Now, unfortunately, we've given them enough mana to hardcast Force of Will, which is bad for us. But I'm a little bit unsure how they win. I don't know how they win. Alright, let's crop rotate them now before they get to Brainstorm. Then we can auto-pass after that to see how they win. Alright, let's auto-pass. I'm just gonna let you... I'm gonna fast forward and I'm gonna see how they win. Alright, they got a second animated and then they won. Let's see how we can get rid of this here. Doorkeeper Thrall is good here. Force of Vigor as well. This is one of these games where we just try not to die. We have so many things that can stop them here. And probably I'm thinking about something that can stop them that can't stop them, but we have a lot of stuff that can stop them here. We're just gonna try to survive. Just take away everything that's grindy. Put in all our removal, everything that gets our graveyard hate. Shave on 1 max diamond, but we really want to be fast here. So I think, yeah, but we'll shave on 1 max diamond here because we're shaving on the loan package. And just bring everything that can interact with them. See what we can do here. Here we have Mulligan. Yep, this is a mulligan. We'll keep this one here. On bottom, Savannah. And then play a Reclaimer turn 1. So if we kept Reclaimer up there, they probably couldn't win that game. But we need to do something. Alright, they play Sewers, trying to... Brought in Bowmasters, sure. We'll start keeping Reclaimer up. Try to build out our mana. Frog, okay. I don't like it, but I will allow it. We'll sacrifice the Savannah here, go and get Flagstones. Hope we don't draw land. We did not draw a land. That means that we need to keep Dried Arbor up here. We need to plow the frog. We should have done that before we outed that we didn't have a real land drop. We pathed it. Attack for 1. Now we have 2 layers of protection up. We have crop rotation and we have Force of Vigor. See if that's enough. So they are going to bin something on purpose there. So they're brainstorming to put one of the cards back. Swamp Cycling the Troll. Reanimate on the Troll. Alright, we'll try to stop that. Get a Plains, and then we'll try to get a Bog. We'll bog them. Alright, so now we can either... We'll just pass the turn and we'll keep Reclaimer activation up. Should maybe attack with the Dried Arbor there. Sure. You go Ponder. I get that. I guess I think Bowmasters is part of the combo as well, right? If they can blink that every time or every turn, they can ping as much as they want. We'll get rid of the Bog and then we'll get another step. No, sorry. Other Flagstones. That's interesting. We could go and get... the Safekeeper, or we can have this as a pitch to Force of Vigor, or we can get Keen-Eyed Curator eventually. We'll just keep some stuff up here. So they played a ponder, now they're playing a brainstorm. Let's see if they want to make a move on something. We're not putting any pressure on them, so we should have been attacking with the Dryad Arbor, I guess. We'll start doing that soon. Thoughtseize. Yeah, sure. Now they took 2 life away from them. Archon. Alright, let's respond. Get Savannah, get an Echoing Depths. Copying the bog them. Okay, now we got Endurance. I think that we go for Keen-Eyed Curator here. Start eating up some of the combo pieces. We'll start by eating up the Animate Dead, and then we'll start working on their life total, which could go quickly with Curator already having an enchantment. Alright, so there we got down the correct amount of hate pieces. Do we want to make any changes for the last game? I can't see anything, so we'll submit this and we'll move forward. You want to have a couple of layers of interaction. This isn't a couple of layers of interaction. This is 1 layer of interaction. Maybe the Legolas is... We could cut the Legolas. I'm not sure that actually is good in the game here. We'll keep this bottom, the Liberator. Start with the Reclaiming. They're not interested in the Reclaimer, I understand. Troll, alright. We can path the troll at least. I like the card. I don't like that I like the card. Alright, let's start by pathing. Maybe we should have plowed there. Now we're giving them a mana for the combo, I guess. Entomb Reanimate here and we're dead. I kept this on the top as well. We get to untap here, I would be really happy, and we are incentivizing them to use the Animate Dead in this instance. Alright, do we care? Yeah, we'll buy ourselves a lot of time if we get rid of this. So we do care, because now we have Bog open. We have 2 cards in hand, and we're going to start building out our mana now with the active Reclaimer. I don't think Wasteland will do anything in this game, so we might as well play it down so we can use it with Reclaimer. Pithing Needle. That's not fair. That means we proactively need to do this here. We'll grab a Plains, and then we will grab... Caracas is good. I will grab Caracas, but this gives them an avenue here. So we'll beef up the Reclaimer, attack with Reclaimer, and then we'll play the Knight, and now we'll see if we'll survive on 1 more turn. Trax is good for the fuel up, but we have that one under Caracas control at least. Oh, do we get to untap here? We get to untap. And we drew flagstones. That's really sweet. Alright, now I think that we are in a commanding position. We'll see what they can do to draw themselves out of here. But we have 1 bog this turn, and we have Caracas up as well. And we're presenting lethal for the next turn as well, so they're incentivized to go for it. Now, I don't really care about Atraxa, so they can actually Animate Dead that. I don't know what the last card is, but Toxic Deluge, that's a card. But at least we have some ways to handle that. And they have Brazen Borrower as an option. They have Archon as an option. They have Thoughtseize. They're not going to take Thoughtseize. They choose Toxic Deluge, Force of Will, Bowmasters, and Underground Sea. Alright, so what we will do here, that will kill it. So we are going to get the flagstones. And then we're gonna, so we'll start by getting the last Savannah, and then we're going to phase out our Knight with, let's double check, Talongates of Muldara. And then we're gonna ride in for the victory. Alright, 1 on the scoreboard. Let's get back for the last game. Alright, time for the last game of the night. We have a hand that we're going to keep. We're not happy with it, but we're going to keep it. Maybe it's a little bit slow with the turn 2. Reclaimer, we'll see. Kind of depends on what we're facing. Here, we could have opted for keeping crop rotation up, but I think keeping plow up is okay as well. That's a bog in the hand. That helps our next decision, which is playing Sanet for Reclaimer. No, poor soul. I hardly knew you. Alright, what are we facing? Good question. I would like to get the bog out in play here. to be able to rotate that away in the end of the turn, maybe. Did Nadu, Bant Nadu maybe? Yeah, this looks like Bant Nadu. Unfortunately, maybe because we have the combo turn up here, but it doesn't really feel like we can go for the combo, right? All right, do we care about that little fellow? Yeah, probably do. Buy ourselves some time. Get rid of it. That's a good draw. Go and get another reclaimer. Play your own days, probably not a day's deck, but it's semi-free to play around. Nice flooded strand. Oh, there it came. Yeah, so against Bant Nadu, it's going to be a hard match. I'm gonna go and do the only play I can, which is bounce the Nadu in this case. They had the Force of Will. Yep, now we are probably dead. We'll see. Well, they get to go again. Force of Will, a good card. Sanity, yeah. If we let them untap, we probably can't beat a Force, but if we let them untap, this is gonna be not that pretty. We'll do what we can, which is this, in this case, is to play flagstones. And good that I get to face this deck as well, because I think this is a deck that's going to be played at the tournament I'm going to. And I think that it's kind of a bad matchup. Why didn't they go for more? Do they just want to send it for the combo here? Well, there we have the Grizzly Bill. Alright, do we have anything in the package here that will save us? I don't think we have anything in the lands package that can help us in this position. I'll let them present. I'll let them combo a little bit more to present. Oh yeah, sorry. I should have not kept that up. Yeah, we're dead here. Alright. Sideboard time. Tabernacle, probably Teague. We'll go for the Path to Exiles. Doorkeeper full turns off Endurance. I don't think that's enough. We will... Here I think we need the Explorations to go fast. We'll cut up a Juka Bog. I don't think I'm gonna need the Teague. I have more cuts. So I'll cut a crop rotation. I like to cut crop rotations in the blue non-wasteland matches because it's such a blowout. I think Library is a good card here. I'll cut a Knight and the Mox Diamond. Yeah, we'll go like that. Probably should keep the Mox Diamonds in to go really fast, but we'll see. Maybe an Exploration start here. No, we'll mulligan this. Cut one of the... This isn't a good hand. We need to mulligan this as well. Yeah, we'll keep this bottom Reclaimer and a Thespian Stage and hope that they're mildly annoyed by Loam Wasteland. But they had so many basics in the first game, so I'm not really sure. That the first hand we maybe could have kept. It wasn't a good one. The second hand we couldn't keep, or if it was the other way around. Alright, we'll play a Wasteland. So we have Reclaimer up. See what they want to do here. Play Nomads. We'll get rid of the Wasteland and we will get Flagstones. We got a crop rotation there. I'll get the Step out. Give it pro-white. I think we need to pass the turn here as well. Hope that Plow and prop rotation saves us. Then we can start loaming the next turn. See if they go for Nadu here, if they have the Force. So I'm gonna try to force the Nadu here, or the Nomad. And they had the Force of Will, itching Force of Will. And then before they get to draw a lot of cards, we will see if we can get out. It's unfortunate. It's really unfortunate that they're skilled in just playing with their basic lands. Yeah, we'll go for Caracas here. And then we'll bounce Nadu. Now there was a Caracas in the end as well. I mean, it's gave the same result. All right, Loam. I think that's the play that I have to make. So we're wastelanding them here, and then we will go for Tabernacle, try to limit their mana a little bit, and see if we can get something rolling with Wasteland. It's not a good plan, but it's a plan. So Nadu, that's a good hit for us at least. And one more Brainstorm. Here they're at least a little bit punished by fetching their basics, because now they have a lot of blue cantrips. Well, then they could also draw 2 Misty Rainforests and that's well. This is why the Tabernacle plan isn't that great, because they're going to have so much mana. And Caracas is a dead card here as well. But I'm not sure that there is a good plan here. It was the plan that I had. Now they can play another Nomads. get some more action going. Or they can plow the dude. Now we need something really good here. We discard a wasteland. We're not gonna dredge loam. Well, that's the start of it, at least. Let's see. I guess we go for the Dried Arbor. And then we play Flagstones. And then it's looking grim for us. At least they don't get triggers for playing further creatures with Tabernacles. That's always something. Yeah, so we're going to lose this game. I don't think that there's any way for us to I mean, maybe they can whiff here, but it's very unlikely. It's a rough matchup. I think maybe if we were able to hit some more removal, that would have been good for us, but we did not, so... Well, at least that's something. They did not hit anything good there. Now they hit something good. We can't even dredge loam here to go for the wasteland because we need to hit something like a removal spell, and they have a redundant Nadu in hand anyway, so I can't see where we want to go with that. Armageddon would be an out here if we had one. We do not. Now we're going to do the endurance trick where we target that a couple of times. No, we did not do the endurance trick. We just wanted to get the cards back. Yeah, we're dead. All right, rough. We'll see you back for the end talk. All right, welcome back. So today we tried green-white explore depths. First off, not playing optimal. That's the signum of the channel, and it was true today as well. Outside of not playing optimal, I would also argue that this build of the deck isn't the way that I tend to want to play these decks. I felt that I was missing some utility in both the Green Sun Sanit package, especially lacking main deck artifact removal and main deck graveyard hate. And I also felt I was missing a little bit in the lands package as well. I would have liked something like an Urza Saga or similar to kind of get off, to have that as an additional angle. But I mean, outside of that, it's a great deck, of course. It's just that I'm not really in tune to that exact playstyle. I might have been able to make better mulligans. There were some games where I could have won with tighter play. But as a first test for the weekend, I still got a couple of answers that I wanted. So I will continue working on my other decks. I have a Naya Depths, an Abzan Depths, and another Green-White Depths left to test out. And then we'll see where we end up. But thank you for watching, and I'll see you for the next one. Bye-bye.